Greg Medford from Medford Knife. Wanted to give you guys a heads up about our drop that happens in about 29 hours from now. Maybe it's like 29 and a half hours. So Arizona time, 12:01 a.m. Friday. So that's the transition from Thursday night into Friday morning, 12:01 a.m. Refresh at medfordknife.com/drop. And you guys will see the original, one of a kind, never been done before Praetoriqn C. It's funny. I was working on the black card knife and I was working on the Primus, and I had kind of a brainstorm about a couple of things. And then I was like, if I was the GM, or not the GM, if I was the CEO of Ford Motor Company, I'd relaunch the 1969 Ford Mustang as it rolled off the line with a new undercarriage and a couple updates and some safety features, right? But I would be rolling off an original 1969 Mustang. I'd be like, because I'm the CEO, and why? Because I can, and why? Because it's cool. And then I was thinking, it's like one of those chocolate and peanut butter moments. I'm like, I am the kind of captain of the ship. I can kind of do as I want here. The knife's still, it's still retired. The knife is discontinued, but I was like, man, there's one more version of it I'd like to do. And I always wanted to do fully contoured milled handles, and I just didn't before because I didn't have enough mill support. I didn't have enough mill specialty, maybe enough capacity. It was a lot of kind of convergent forces that blocked me from that. Plus, we were freehanding so many of them. But now I'm like, okay, this is something I want to do, and I've got the machine time. Let's do it. So it is a really cool thing. You guys will see the page is going to pop up, and if you refresh at 12:01 a.m., it's going to shift from entering your email for the drop interest. It's going to shift into buy mode, and there's going to be basically two choices you make. Do you choose Tonto or drop point, and do you choose black and tan with the Vulcan blade, or do you choose the subdued tuxedo? Those are the two versions. We're doing two blades, two blade styles, two knife finishes, and that's the way the whole drop's gonna go. I think you guys are gonna love it. A lot of the guys who've always over the years kind of poked fun at the chunkiness. Now, a lot of us love the chunkiness, no question about it, right? But when you take a knife and you contour it down, and let's say it's 3/16 slabs with a 1/4 inch blade in the middle, like a Praetorian tie is, and you put a 3/16 slab here and here, a little over 1/4 inch apart, it can feel a little bit like a brick in the hand if you're used to carrying, some little tiny, mass-produced injection mold handle knife. But to take a big knife like that and mill it down and make the edges contoured and plan form a bit more like a wing to give it some like Hershey bar airfoil, the knife is going to feel small in the hand. You're going to be like, hey, is this a Praetorian tie? I'm like, yeah, it's a Praetorian tie. Its main thickness will still be that at the thickest part of the cord or handle, if you will, the cord on a wing. It'll still be that thickness, but it's going to taper down to a smaller thickness towards the edges, which is going to give it an oval. And whenever I've done this by hand, it just feels so much smaller and lighter in the hand. And I think you guys are really going to like that, in addition to the G10 presentation sides, which will be multicolor, not single color. I'm looking forward to this knife so much. I know it's going to be awesome. And then for any of you who are curious, the black card knife is coming out very, very fast. So just hold your horses. It's through engineering, it's in tool making. And as we do the first proofs of those, I showed you guys a couple printed versions of it. As we do the first proofs, I'll show you. No, there's no proto on this Praetorian because you guys have all seen the Praetorian. You know what its shape is. These will all be hand ground knives with a hollow and a flat on the blades. The blades will all be CPM D2, and they will either be in drop point or Tonto, and they'll either be two-tone stone washed and brushed finish, or they'll be Vulcan. And then the handles, if they're Vulcan, you're going to get a black and tan presentation fully contoured G10 side, fully contoured titanium, and we'll do some contrasting finishes, and we even have a couple little surprises on the breaker. On the two-tone blade, that is going to be stone washed with brushed sides. That's going to have a black and gray, fully contour milled, surface milled presentation side, and it'll have a fully contoured milled titanium side. And I think you guys are just going to love it. That's it. It pops tomorrow night. So if you're up Thursday night at midnight, hit the refresh button at 12:01 as the clock strikes 12:01 a.m. You should see the 4-option single page Praetoriqn C drop. It is really cool. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. A bunch of guys were asking me the price on it. It's $1,300. So it's the base price of the knife, plus we had to make some special tooling for the contouring and all of that. We're doing a small run, and the run has to carry the load of the tooling. So that's just kind of passing through the cost. It's the last of the USA-made D2, and it's not standard D2. It's the last of the USA-made CPM D2. For those of you who don't know the difference, D2 can be smelted in a pot with the slag being scraped off the top and poured out, or you can make a crucible of powdered ingredients and make a powdered steel D2. And this is the very last of the American-made powdered metal D2. So it's CPM D2. American made. I'm super excited about it. It's a little homage to my roots when I got started. It's a little bit of thumb in your nose to all this bullshittery about steel fads. And it's going to be a really, really cool knife. I hope you guys dig it. Somebody was just asking me about something. What did I just see there? That was, the 1881 knives, they are primarily done. We are waiting on some packaging items. There are some slip cases we're waiting on. We're waiting on some printed ephemera, and we're sharpening. And a little bit of assembly in the folder department. So the 1881 knives are coming along. And the thing about the 1881 line is, as I finished the line, as I started launching it, I already started upgrading it. So it's becoming sexy, and the price is fucking retarded good. So I hope you guys dive in. I hope you support 1881 and beat the drum for that a little bit. Greg, can't you make a cheaper American-made knife? Yep, I did. And then other part of me is like, fuck no, I want to make the best American-made knife. Cheap's already been, the race to cheap has already been won and lost. I want nothing to do with it. That's my Medford knife answer. And then my Greg Medford answer is, I kind of came up with a pretty cool way to keep the cost down, and we're doing these 1881 knives. I hope you guys like them. That's it. I'm out. I don't know. Tomorrow midnight, you got to be up. Kick this thing off. All right, let's see. You going to do any 1881 knives in CPM D2? I prefer it to S35. So the 1881 knives, they are all Crovan. They're all 1095 Crovan. That's one of the ways I can keep the prices manageable. It's a big difference. And then the folders are currently S45, and they'll be shifting over to 154 stainless. So got a lot of stuff going on. Really excited about it. Trying to bring a product to 2 different demographics at the same time. My Medford knife business seems to be really cranking up, so I'm super excited about that, and feeling pretty bullish. What's the production time? Oh, I'm glad you asked. So we are looking at, on the Praetoriqn C, about 120 days out. So, we're saying 4 months. I think it's going to be quicker, but the guys in the shop are saying 4 months, so that's kind of how we're rolling. I think that's probably a pretty good bet. The big difference from this and a lot of other launches is this is a knife I have a deep well of experience with, and we know how to make. We are able to use all of our 4th gen tooling, and we just had to make one new adaptation for all of the contouring. It's not like the Blackguard knife had to go through full engineering, and then we make prototypes, and then we do destructive testing, and we do fail testing, and we make adjustments, and then we make another batch of prototypes, and it like putting a knife in production is a fucking to do. Doing a really cool twist on an existing model is way less of a to do. We've already worked through all that geometry. Be surprised when you change sizes on things, how the geometry and the functionality can be affected by that larger geometry or smaller geometry. Anyways, Greg Medford from Medford Knife. I'm out. I hope I answered all your questions. If you have any other, ask them down in the notes there. You guys can always text me at 480-227-2399. That's my personal cell. I pretty much answer 24 hours a day. But you feel free to. Now, if you fucking text me after midnight, I'm adding a 10% charge to your knife, so don't pull that shit. Do you ever film your destructive testing? No, I don't. Because I don't let anybody see my laundry either. It's none of your fucking business. I know what I'm doing, so I don't. That's it. Thanks for watching, you guys. And if you have any questions, reach out to me or a comment down below, and one of us from the factory will be checking and we'll answer. All right, I'm out. Have a good one. Hey, see you guys tomorrow night at midnight. Ha.